Good morning, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strumblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most son. I am the Diaspora Machismo. It has been another beautiful day for a protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you. The front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's freedom. And the back of my sign says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American? My people, all in all, it was another beautiful day for a protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and when I have finished protesting, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring you something from of a social nature as it relates to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, my dear friend Michelle Andrews have passed. Michelle Andrews is one of the most valiant Vincentian young women I have ever come across. Michelle Andrews is a woman our future will know about, because I am going to ensure that she will always be remembered for generation after generation to come. Let me tell you who this young lady was. She was not perfect. She made a lot of mistakes. And because of her mistakes, she died an early death. But that is neither here nor there. I met Michelle Andrews, I think it was about in 2003 when she was working at the immigration department in Kingston. I would always see Michelle Andrews going back and forth. I liked her. She was a beautiful, strongly built Israelite woman. But because of my principle that I don't date the people I work with or wrong in my environment, I never ever said anything to her. Hi, good morning. And then I heard she had a problem in the immigration department. Cornelius Charles, inspector of police, who was throwing his weight around because Conservatives had just won the general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. His friend William Harry was appointed commissioner of police, and anything he wanted, he got. He wanted to be the immigration chief, and he went to the immigration department and he worked in there and he sexually harassed Michelle Andrews. This is what Michelle Andrews told me. She made a complaint, and because of her complaint, everyone isolated her. The people she thought were her friends refused to communicate with her and to treat her cordially because they didn't want to be associated with her, because she stood up for her right. She was isolated. I saw her one midday in 2003 leaving her office. And I went and I spoke to her. I said, I heard you were having a problem at your workplace. I think I was associated with the welfare department at that time. I said, what's happening? And she explained to me what was happening right between that gate, that narrow passage between traffic and the canteen, the old canteen. There were people in the dormitories listening to our conversation. She explained what happened to her. She explained what she did. She explained to me how her colleagues were treating her now, and other members who are not working in the immigration department were treating her. I said, don't worry, I believe you. I will stand with you. And if you need any counsel or any help, come to me fearlessly. I'm not afraid of 313 Charles, Cornelius Charles. I am not afraid of the Commissioner of Police. I was there to protect the rights and the welfare of these people. Now, the news got back to 313 Charles that I am supporting Michelle Andrews. He asked for a transfer to come to traffic where I was working. And he started harassing me until he had a heart attack. He was trying to stress me out, but I stressed him out more. He get a heart attack, and immediately he transformed me from traffic to Bayaboo. When I was in Bermuda, I get word that Ralph Guns, that Michelle Andrews make allegation of against Ralph Gonsalves for raping her. Ralph Gonsalves, without being pressured by anyone, hosted a press conference, and in that press conference he admitted to being at the scene that Michelle Andrews accused him of being at. He admitted to being there at the time she accused him of being at, and at the date. And he said all he did was give her a reassuring kiss. We all know criminals always admit to the lesser degree of the offense they committed. If Ralph Gonsalves kissed Michelle Andrews without her permission, it is called sexual assault. It is a very violent and serious sexual offense. But he put people like Colin Williams in place to protect him, even when he confessed to committing a crime against a woman who reported violated her. Michelle Andrews saved thousands of Vincentian women from the faith that many others had experienced over 40 years, because he'd been doing this for more than 40 years. In the 1970s, he was accused of raping a professor at the University of the West Indies, where he worked a job that the British government got him to give him credibility so he can come and follow the James Mitchell and destroy St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He was given that job because he had a PhD, which he didn't work for, a gift from the British government to give him credibility. And when he was in that position, he raped another black woman. I don't know how he got Camilo Gonsalves' mother for a wife, if she was his victim, because if you rape a virgin, she feels some obligation to stay where her virginity was taken. But she ended up divorcing him for irreconcilable differences. Rainy Baptiste organized a rape rally to shame Michelle Andrews and to show support to a man who has several allegations of rape against his name. Many Vincentians leave what they were doing and went and joined that rape rally in support of Ralph Gonsalves when they harassed this woman while she was on patrol duty in Kingston. Ralph Gonsalves ensured that the Commissioner of Police transfer Michelle Andrews from SSU and put her up on the beat, so she will be to experience the hostility of his supporters. Wickedness. Many people have risen around the ranks because they were willing to oppress Michelle Andrews to please the accused rapist Ralph Gonsalves. Some of them even sits in the office of the ACP in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Some of them were promoted to assistant superintendent. I will tell you how severe Michelle Andrews' problem in the police force was. Brenton Smith, my very good friend, was the chairman of the Welfare Association. I was speaking to Brendan Smith and I asked Brendan Smith, what is the Welfare Association going to do on behalf of Michelle Andrews? And he was reluctant to speak. I am just interpreting his silence. There was something that is probably more important to Brendan Smith and the Welfare Association than Michelle Andrews' welfare. Promotion, upward mobility, the opportunity to say, I was successful. But Michelle Andrews is dead. She suffered. I heard she had a stroke, then she had a brain tumor, and she finally died. She do not have to contend with the scorn and the ridicule of Vincent Chan. You people, you see why I don't have any friends? You see why there is only a handful of people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that I called my friends? Because Vincentians only appreciate your friendship when you are on top and you can help them. They are an ungrateful set of people. Let me tell you something. Ralph Gonsalves tried to set me up several times. And one of the setup he tried, his objective was to make me a slave. But one of the setups he sent to me, a young lady, beautiful young lady, go and have sex with him. 14 years old. When I discovered she was 40, I said, listen to me, come back when you're 18. He wanted something on me. Never would he get anything on me. Michelle Andrews is dead. Long live the memory of Michelle Andrews and Cosby, all of those people who contributed to her suffering, her stresses and his distresses. Cosby, you, if you benefit by oppressing Michelle Andrews for upward mobility, Cosby, you, if you refuse to do your job and uphold your obligation to the ranks because you wanted upward mobility, Cosby, you, if you organize a rape rally to support an accused rapist over the victim, Cosby, you, if you attended that rape rally in support of Ralph Gonsalves, the accused rapist, and Cosby, you, if you ever point a bad finger at Michelle Andrews. To all of these people who I have just cursed, it is my prayer to the Most High God that you all be inflicted with some terminal illness. Let those terminal illnesses inflict great pain and violence upon your bodies. Let those pain and violence ravish your bodies. Let it overwhelm you. Let you in desperation call for death. And Most High God, when they call for death, deafen the ears of death, so death will not hear and answer their desperate call. Let them suffer tremendously. Let them suffer immensely. Let them suffer based on the level of their culpability and the level of their actions against Michelle Andrews. And when they have suffered, let death overwhelm them. And when they died, let them be resurrected from the dead and be cast into hellfire and be burned in hellfire for all eternity. This is a course I put on all of you, everyone who participate in the miscarriage of justice, and let this valiant young lady who have saved many Vincentians, women, from being raped by Ralph Gonsalves, who is alleged to be a habitual rapist. My name is Chief Strongblad. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo. Talk to you.